Welcome back to Studio B. My name is Mariah Paternotte. Did you know that you take about 20,000 breaths a day? Even when you're not thinking about it, your body is just breathing. So why would you want to pay attention to your breath? What is the benefit of doing breathing exercises? Well, there are several reasons. One of all is that when you really breathe consciously in and out through the nose, the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide is optimal, really enhancing your well-being. When you slow down your breath, you're shifting away from the fight or flight mode of your nervous system that many of us find ourselves in regularly, into the rest and digest, the parasympathetic nervous system, so that our body can come back to a place of healing. When we pay attention to our breath, we cannot be anywhere else but in the here and now. So focusing on your breath is a really great way to focus, to become really present with what it is that is here right now. Another thing to be aware of, especially when you're doing breathing exercises, is your posture. The reason is that when you're slumped over, and I'm exaggerating right now, the belly is slightly compressed. When the belly is slightly compressed, you cannot breathe deeply. So you're impeding your capacity of taking in maximum oxygen. The diaphragm is a big umbrella-shaped muscle that is sitting on the inside of the rib cage. The diaphragm pulls downwards. That draws oxygen into the lungs, and when the diaphragm pulls down, it actually presses your organs slightly out, and that is what makes the belly expand. To release carbon dioxide from the lungs, the diaphragm simply relaxes and it moves back up, letting the belly come back to its natural shape. So we want to have space for the diaphragm to move when we're consciously breathing. Another reason to have a nice straight posture is that it helps us with our mental well-being. Try this. Just slump forward, let your shoulders round, let your head hang a little bit, and then try to say out loud, "Wow, I'm having a great day today. I feel awesome." And that may feel really weird. It just may not make sense. Now sit up nice and tall, roll your shoulders back, maybe puff up your chest a little bit. And then can you say to yourself, I don't feel well at all. This day is such a challenging day. And it may be that you're feeling that way. It may be that you're not feeling great, and it may be that you're having a challenging day. And you may notice that when you're taking on this posture, it almost becomes a little bit laughable to say that out loud. When we round our spine and let the shoulders roll forward and the head hang, a signal goes to the brain that something is not right. It literally provokes a feeling of depression. So in order to feel great, our posture is of importance. It matters. So for those reasons, I strongly encourage you to find a posture that allows you to sit up straight. You do not have to sit on the floor in lotus pose if that's not comfortable for you. If it is, great, but if not, come sit in a chair like I am. You can sit in your car seat. You can do this on a plane, on a train, on your way to work, wherever you are on a bench in the park. I would encourage you, though, to come and sit at the edge of the chair so that you indeed can sit up straight. You could fill up the space between your back and the chair with a cushion or another support. But notice that when you're sitting at the edge of your seat, it's easier to get the shoulders straight over the hips and your feet on the floor. And if your feet are not comfortably flat on the floor, you could always place a thick book or a yoga block under your feet. Your hands can rest on your legs, palms down, or you can fold your hands in your lap if you prefer. And then just take a moment to notice, what does it feel like to sit like this? Do you already notice a shift? It may be very small. And if you don't notice a difference, that's fine too. Then notice that. You can gaze down to the ground, soft eyes. Or if you're comfortable, close your eyes. And just notice when your eyes are at rest, that already has an effect on how you're feeling too. Now begin to pay attention to your breath. And notice in what way you can feel your breath right now. Do you feel a small movement in your chest or rib cage? Perhaps a gentle expansion of your belly. Perhaps you're not noticing or feeling your breath at all. That's okay for now. You'll find it. Just give yourself some time to practice. Notice also if your natural breath is in and out through the nose or if you're breathing through your mouth. And unless you're congested, is it possible to breathe in and out through your nose? Now, is it possible to deepen your breath a little bit? You may find it helpful to place a hand or both hands on your lower belly so that you can actually feel the belly expand into your hands when you inhale through the nose, and then the belly relaxes as you exhale through the nose. You may feel the belly expand like a balloon on the inhale and release on the exhale. As you continue to breathe in this way, it may feel unfamiliar, perhaps even a little bit awkward. For some of you, this may feel challenging, as you may notice that this is not the way you normally breathe. So don't judge yourself. Simply notice. What does it feel like to breathe like this? In through the nose, the belly expands. Out through the nose, the belly relaxes. Is it possible to make your exhale a little bit longer than the inhale? So maybe gently squeezing the belly back at the end of the exhale. And if that doesn't feel right, just continue to breathe equal in and out. Three more rounds of in and out. And when you're complete with the 3 rounds, release your focus on your breath. And just notice if you can feel any effects from paying attention to your breath. Did anything change in the way you're feeling? In the state of your mind? And then take one more nice deep breath in through the nose and let it out through the mouth. If your eyes were closed, slowly open your eyes or lift your gaze. So now that you've experienced what it's like to pay attention to your breath, I invite you to practice that as often as you think about it. While you're waiting for your coffee, take 2 deep breaths. Before you answer the phone, take a deep breath. Before you send off an email, take a deep breath. The more you teach yourself to pay attention to your breath, the more it will become a habit. And with a habit of breath awareness, you can enhance your overall well-being, your ability to be present so much. I would love to hear how that's working for you. You're welcome to email us and share your experience. So thank you so much for practicing. I hope that was helpful.